Hello, my name is Sofia, and I'm going to represent you, Unit 2, the body. Okay, we start. The body. The musculoskeletal system. The musculoskeletal system consists of the skeleton and the muscular system. Both systems work together to make the body move. The skeleton consists of all the bones in the body. It supports the body and enables us to move. It protects delicate organs such as the heart, lungs, and brain. Now, the joints. Joints are the places where two bones meet. There are fixed joints such as the skull, mobile joints such as the knee or elbow, and gliding joints such as between vertebrae. The ends of bones are covered with flexible tissue called cartilage. The bones of a joint are connected by strong elastic tissues called ligaments. Okay, this is the first couplet. Now we go to the second that says muscular system. Okay, the muscular system consists of all the muscles in the body. The muscular system enables the body to move, gives the body its shape, protects organs such as the liver. Muscles can change in length. When they contract, they become shorter and thicker. When they relax, they return to their original length and thickness. Tissue called tendons connect muscles to bones. Here you can see some pictures. Now, movement. Body movement occurs at mobile joints. Two muscles are used in each movement. These muscles are called antagonistic because they perform opposite actions. When one muscle contracts, the other relaxes. For example, arms bend at the elbow with a flexion movement. They strengthen with an extending movement. The diagrams show how the arm muscle contracts and relaxes. Okay, this is the second couplet. Now we go to the third that says the nervous system. Okay. The nervous system. The nervous system sends and receives information. It coordinates the functions of internal organs. It also coordinates systems like the digestive system. You have reflex and voluntary movements. There are two types of movement. Reflex movements. These are involuntary movements in response to external stimuli that the heart that palpitates all the time. And voluntary movements. These movements are the result of their decisions. You can see the photo that one girl gets up the hand. Next, we have functions. The nervous system sends and receives information. Then we have neurons that are the principal cells of the nervous system. They receive or transmit information. They are grouped together to form nerves. Here you can see picture. Then we have parts of the nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord. This system receives information. It interprets it and decides on a response. The brain has three parts. The cerebrum, it controls voluntary movements. The cerebellum coordinates movement and maintains balance. The brainstem regulates internal organs. The spinal cord controls reflex movements, and the peripheral nervous system consists of nerves. It transmits information from the sensory organs to the central nervous system and from the central nervous system to other organs. Okay, this is the third booklet. Now we go to the final that says internal coordination. Okay, internal coordination. The nervous system controls and coordinates all the body internal processes, such as such as the such as the beating of the heart and the digestion of food. To do this, it controls involuntary muscles and the endocrine system. Involuntary muscles work automatically. We cannot control them with our decisions. The body needs involuntary muscles in order to function correctly. Then, with the endocrine system. The endocrine system is responsible for functions such as growth and reproduction. It consists of endocrine glands which secrete a substance called hormones into the bloodstream, and endocrine glands. The principal glands in the endocrine system are thyroid gland. It produces the hormone thyroxine, which enables the body to absorb nutrients. Pancreas. It produces insulin, which controls the amount of sugar in the bloodstream. Ovaries, female and testes, male, they produce sex hormones, which are responsible for reproduction. And pituitary gland, it coordinates other endocrine glands and also produces growth hormones. Okay, these are my 4 couplets. I hope you like it and understand. Bye!